2. The next morning, Ling Li, Yen Tao, and Lu Ming go for a walk along the main path in the village. Every now and then, they stop to greet one of Ling Li's old friends. Here, we all grew up together and were friends for as long as I remember. It was so hard for me to make friends in Dongshan, says Ling Li with sadness in her voice. Why? Asks Lu Ming. I am not sure, but everyone seems to be in a race to get ahead of others, to get the highest grade, to buy the fanciest things. With so much jealousy, how can one find a good friend? Is everyone like that? Asks Lu Ming. No, not everyone. I finally found a couple of real good friends, but it took time. At noon, when they go back to their grandparents' home for lunch, Yen Tao asks her grandmother, "What is it that makes people feel jealous?" The human heart has been created to love, says Mrs. Chen. Therefore, it has to be attracted to something. It has two choices. It can either be attracted to higher things or be given to lower desires. When our hearts are given to lower desires, we only think of ourselves, want everything for ourselves, and feel jealous of the success and happiness of others. When I see a student is very smart, I wish I could be that smart, says Ling Li. There is nothing wrong with wanting to do better, but not because you feel jealous of someone, says Mrs. Chen. You should feel happy for your friend and also do your best to improve yourself. I feel bad sometimes because I don't have as much money to spend as my friends in Dongshan. Ling Li continues her line of thought. Why should you? Asks Lu Ming. We are not rich, but we are not poor either. Well, in Dongshan, there is so much talk of buying things, answers Ling Li. I know what you mean. The other day I saw our neighbor's son riding a new fancy bicycle, and I wished my dad could buy me a bicycle like that, says Lu Ming. Mrs. Chen listens attentively to her grandchildren and then speaks in a loving tone. I would like to tell you something, and I ask you to think about it carefully. There is, of course, nothing wrong with wanting to have nice things. There is nothing wrong with Lu Ming wanting to have a beautiful bicycle. But if we have no higher ideals, if our only aim is to have worldly things, we will grow selfish and greedy day by day. We will never be happy because we will always see others who are more successful or wealthier than we are. In the end, we will be sad and dissatisfied with our lives. This reminds me of the image of the eye and eyelid, which we have found in the teachings we have been studying lately, says Mr. Chen, who has been silent through most of the conversation. Oh yes, says Mrs. Chen. I liked it so much that I memorized the passage. Let me see if I remember it. The thin eyelid prevents the eye from seeing the world and what is contained therein. Then think of the result when the curtain of greed covers the sight of the heart. Say, Omicron people, the darkness of greed and envy obscures the light of the soul, as the cloud prevents the penetration of the sun's rays. Read and think about the following two quotations. Commit not that which defileth the limpid stream of love or destroyeth the sweet fragrance of friendship. Free thyself from the fetters of this world, and loose thy soul from the prison of self.